Starting another late night YouTube chat. See if anybody's up and up for a chat. And then I'm going to bring Periscope on. Hey, how are you, Monique, Huey? Wow, look at these people still up. How many people are East Coast, right? So I just decided to do a sort of a late night chat. And I'm gonna bring on some Periscope people in a second here. How is YouTube looking on your end and working for you? What's going on so late in the evening? Well, it's not too late here, Monique. It's 8:30, so that's not too bad. How about with you guys? Hi, Sally. Good to see you. Where is everybody? Where everybody on the East Coast and that's in here right now? The East Coast peeps. Excellent. Great. Okay, so everything is working pretty well. That's good. Good to know. I'm showing that it's a good stream health, but you just never know. 10:30 South Pacific. YouTube is working well. Okay, great, Nick. Okay, so it's Nick, not Nikolai. Okay. Oh, the health stream just went poor. Just when I said something about it. Let me know if it gets better for you. It for whatever reason right now just went totally red, which means it's really bad. Right when we were bragging on YouTube and how it was working. Now it looks like it's frozen a little bit. Let me kind of refresh it and see what happens here. Uh, Oops, it just went off. Great, there it is. There we are back. YouTube has a much better view, very clear with no breakage. Yeah, I'm getting it saying that it doesn't have a very good stream health right now. So let me just kind of refresh the page and see what happens. Don't know why we'd be having such poor stream health, but you never know. Let me try switching here and something. Are you taking over Bill? Yeah. Yeah, I figured somebody needed to do it, so I might as well try. Still going well. I'm going to switch the internet and see if I get better on something on another channel. Whoops. Oh, thank you for telling me that. Always after my printer's been used, I always get an error message after it's been used. It doesn't make sense, but whatever. Okay, so let me just check here. Let me connect this, and this probably will be much better. So what's everybody been up to tonight? Okay, we'll see if that makes any improvements. Still good for you. Okay. Ditto. All right. It's not showing so great for me, but you never know. So, yeah, I'm going to take over for Bill O'Reilly. Was everybody sorry to see Bill O'Reilly go? I know we talked about that a little bit, but are you okay with him going? Reading a novel, Pontius Pilate. Oh, wow. That's pretty good. Let's see. We're just thinking how boring the news is tonight, but then we have you, and I'm not bored anymore. Tucker's much better. Yeah, I just don't know if Tucker is a Bill O'Reilly guy, though. That's the only thing. So I'm going to bring in some Periscope people. We'll see how this goes. Always Periscope is interesting to see who you're going to get. Maybe no one tonight, but yeah, Tucker Carlson. I mean, he's good, but you know what? I just don't see him as a very strong conservative. Hi, Current Day. How are you? Hey, good to see you. Kay, good to see you. Just like the morning. Rotten John, Celica, Weaponized Truth. Hi, how are you? And Coulter and Hannity. She's so bold. Yeah. She still wants to go. LA Fun Guy still wants to go to Berkeley. I'm talking to people on YouTube as well. Hi, Kimmy. How are you? Hey, Mustang Girl. Good to see you. LA Child. Hello, hello. This is just like the morning. Everybody's still up. It's amazing. Everybody's still late and everybody is still up. Fixing to join up late. Yeah. Seems like everybody is up late, huh? It's a meeting. Desert time. Yes. Hey, Puzzles. Good to see you. Good to see you. I'm good. Weaponized truth. Glad to see you. Can't go to sleep, grr. Yeah. I know. It's kind of like everybody's thing. Who needs sleep? Exactly. Why are we all up? Who knows? Probably the news has us up, you know? What can we say? We have a lot of people on YouTube, and I just wanted to bring in everybody from Periscope. What's news? Well, here's what I wanted to ask everybody. Quite a microphone. Thank you. I know you meant that in the nicest way. This is a microphone I use on the shows that I do on radio, and I'm a guest a lot on different shows, and you got to have something that's professional, so it has good sound quality. Hey, Lorianne, you're not hearing it though on Periscope because I'm using it for the PC. You're just getting the regular voice. It's a darn good mic too. Yes, it is. It's a professional microphone, have to say. So here's my question. Here's my question. Hey, how are you, Nanette? Good to see you. I don't know what time it is for everybody. What time is it where everybody's at? Tell me what time it is for you guys. Hey, Carmen, good to see you. How's the stream going over there on YouTube? Still good? Ooh, 11. You guys, yeah. Yeah. Okay, a lot of people. A lot of people on the East Coast. What brand microphone? It's Heil, Heil. Dave here in East Tennessee, 11:40. Wow. Yeah, it's kind of late, you guys. Why are you still up? I mean, come on, right view. Why is everybody still up? Nobody can sleep tonight. I'm a little disappointed with how Fox handled O'Reilly. More disappointed about Soros' influence over the media and the Murdochs pulling the stunt on him. It is 11:40 Indiana time. Yeah, okay. 11:40, and yes, love these nighttime scopes. Yeah, what's everybody thinking? Whether you liked Bill O'Reilly or not, I mean, you send him away on vacation until the 24th, and then you fire him while he's gone, before he has an opportunity to talk to you and maybe give you his side. And I guess what I'm finding out is that all of these allegations, except for the ones that have just recently come forward, they've known about them for a really long time. So yeah, they rolled the bus over him. I mean, that's pretty. No matter how you look at it, that's just really wrong. Just, I mean, if you can't sit down and talk to somebody, maybe if BFF is here this week filming her show, we're heading to Tennessee on Tuesday. Oh, wow. So who's your BFF and what show is it? Yeah, it's really icky. I know of another person, a radio personality. He went away on not on vacation, but he got married and went on his honeymoon, and they fired him. Yeah, they signed a multi-year contract with Bill at 20 million, and then they got rid of him. That's how the left rolls. Yep, it is. They roll right over you. I wasn't a big fan of his, said Monique, but was just starting to get into some of his shows. Yeah. I wasn't a big fan of him, but here's what I'm a big fan of. I'm a big fan of having conservatives, conservative views. Hey, Cherry, how are you? Good to see you. Island Dog, good to see you. And so I hate to see the conservative voice being lost. And I'm not the only one who feels that Fox News is kind of on its way downhill to liberal land. Um, Nick says you're no longer innocent until proven guilty. You're guilty, then have to prove your innocence. That's absolutely true. They will send you new equipment the more you promote this type of equipment. Oh, wow. Okay, I'll Heil, Heil microphone, everyone. If they're going to send me new equipment, I'll take it. Um, yeah, so, anyway, I think the thing to do would have been to talk to Bill face to face, and maybe just say, even though we don't have the same views, we're just going to part ways. But again, I'm more concerned about the conservative voice. What other media outlet do we have that's conservative? And I don't know if any of you are noticing it. I know other people, bigger networks who are independents, are talking about the fact that Google, is trying to censor them. If they had somebody on their show, he was a former general, I think, and they showed Bill was a centrist. they showed some pictures of I don't know, I think it was North Korea or something, and Google was really upset by that and made them pull it. Yeah, DML. There you go. You're losing because yep. Mm-hmm. That lady was a temp and a liar. Left is dominating. Left is dominating. They're the ones that pay out the big bucks. Yeah, no, I don't think it's gonna. Bill's not coming back, and I think they're going because they have that new contract. Um, they're that $20 million contract. They're probably going to owe him a lot of money by breaking the contract and saying, well, let's forget it. So he's going to do pretty well, but not as well as he would be if he just kept going. Unfortunately, companies don't fire over guilt; they fire over distractions. Yeah. Yep. And Monique agrees that Fox News is on its way down to liberal land. Yeah, it's really funny. There's nobody on Fox that I really like except Judge Napolitano. I mean, he's the only one I feel that is trying to give you the truth. Oh, and Judge Janine, of course. But and Tucker, I don't have anything against him. I just don't. I don't know. He doesn't do it for me. Again, I just don't see him as a strong conservative. But that's just me. We need a new network for hardcore conservative. Yes, we do. We do. We do. We do. Yeah, Fox Business is better. Yeah, we do need to have a strong conservative voice, strong conservative network, but that takes money and that takes people who are willing to put some dollars there. Yeah, Judge Napolitano came back, Kimmy, but hasn't really been on frequently. Judge Janine, yeah, she's great. Trump channel, I know. When is Trump? I thought Trump was going to have Trump TV or whatever, and I guess all of a sudden that didn't happen. Someone reported what comment? What comment did somebody report? That we needed a uh, more conservative. Asked to moderate what the part about the having a conservative channel. Probably because we said the word before it started with an H. Somebody probably thought that was a bad word. Would be my guess. When I went to Costa Rica, I noticed there were no conservative stations, not a single one, which was shocking because it's a Christian nation. That was Monique. She just got back from Costa Rica. Unbelievable. One of the things I brought you on too, I wanted to ask you, and why I said, are conservatives falling for the hype? Oh wow, that's amazing. You say conservative channel, and you get somebody that's saying that it's they're asking to moderate that. Do you think it's a bad word, whatever? When someone reports a troll on here, the rest of us are asked to moderate. Yeah, I know. I've had that. Somebody put hearts on the screen, 3 hearts, telling somebody they really liked what they were doing, and we were asked to moderate that. I mean, come on, that's just amazing. You never know why people do what they do. Fixin' to join, fixin' to join. I like that. I like that name. But I wanted to ask you. We for what is it? A couple of days, a week, whatever. It seemed like a lifetime. We only heard that Steve Bannon and hey, how are you? Steve Bannon and Jared Kushner were at war with each other. Bannon was on his way out. Everything was upside down. What's all the talk about U.S. putting Assange on trial? Yeah, that's supposedly. I mean, again, it's just kind of rumors. There you go. you Mustang girl, you're gonna get it. You're gonna get it. Somebody's gonna have to mediate that, moderate it, and mediate it at the same time. Thoughts about Ann Coulter in Berkeley? Well, she has the right to go there, and speak there, but they've canceled her and then invited her back. So you can't force somebody. I mean, you don't have a right necessarily to go to a school, but when you are invited to go there, you certainly have a right to speak there, and they should allow her to speak. But the police also should assure that she's taken care of. If they invite her, they're responsible for her. But every time somebody goes to Berkeley, they tell them to stand down. So Carnival Cruise Lines has 3 CNN channels and no Fox. Oh, amazing. I watched a Russian scope today called We Miss Obama. Wow. I bet they do. WikiLeaks has way too much leverage. They won't do anything. Yeah, I mean it's kind of rumors. I'll be talking about it tomorrow on the news in the morning when I'm on at 11 a.m. Eastern. Hi, Melody. Good to see you. Well, Triffitt says that he's had enough time away from his family. I guess he said he's been away for like, um, he's been on, let's say, like 1,500 hours. Carmen, I can't right now because my phone is being used, or else I would just tell him, to come on and see. Um, so anyway, 1,500 hours away. He's been in office since 2009. That's not what I took. Well, Sessions wasn't necessarily talking about Assange, I guess, but other people are doing that. Sounds fishy with Chavez. I'm not really sure. He says he wants to go to private industry for a while, and then there's been talk that he'll probably run for governor in 2020. So I don't know. Maybe he's had enough. I mean, he's been on a lot of committees and things like that. Maybe he's just tired. You never know. Ann Coulter's not going to Berkeley in May. She has other engagements. She was on Hannity today. Okay, well, it was ineffective. Yeah. Well, current day, who's been effective that we've really seen? I mean, we've had a lot of these hearings, and while we like to watch Trey Gowdy, has he really been terribly effective? I mean, what came out of all the Benghazi hearings? Did we didn't indict anybody or anything else. I know. It's kind of like Big Ralph. They really don't really finish their jobs, and nothing. There's no conclusion. It's just like, okay, we have this, and we're doing an investigation. Oh, I just lost Periscope. Totally. Yeah, that's interesting. Unbelievable. Wow. I hope everybody's still back there on YouTube. I just got kicked out of Periscope with something that says a strange activity has been detected on my account. And to verify the safety of our app, we want to perform a check to make sure you are not a robot. Now, that I have never had that happen on Periscope ever. I think that is absolutely bizarre. Yes. I got kicked off of Periscope too. And I'm not a robot. I have to say I'm not a robot and verify. My gosh. Select all images with a storefront. I have never had this happen. This is crazy. Absolutely nuts. And I can't see it. YouTube sounds off. Is it back on? Is the sound? Can anybody hear me? Still good in Mississippi? Okay. I can't even see. This is so small. Please check the new images. This is really bizarre. I'm having to verify all images. I mean, they're taking me through this thing. Somebody has, I don't know what has happened. This is bizarre. I can hear you. Great. Yeah, Carmen, just maybe refresh. I have no idea what happened. This is absolutely ridiculous. I'm having to go through this check like 5,000 times, and now I'm not a robot. I've proved that I'm not a robot. So obviously somebody did something to get me kicked off. I talk about not wanting the conservative voices on. Let me try to bring people back on Periscope. Trey Gowdy was blocked by the entire administration, including Lynch. Interesting that your YouTube slowed down exactly when you got booted from. I know that is very strange. Hi everybody. I have no idea what happened over there on Periscope, but I had to prove that Good, perfect. I had to prove that I was not a bot or a robot, and they put me through this whole thing. So yeah, it went down, but this is okay. What happened was, hi, Fiery Mom. They had me prove that I wasn't a robot, which I don't know if somebody said something or what. I know LHL that's never happened. Never happened. I had to go and click through pictures. It took like 3 minutes to go through pictures to prove that I wasn't a robot. And at the same time, YouTube got kicked off. So I don't know if somebody's, again, if somebody's trying to attack, my whole system. I don't know. I think I find that very strange. And yet predictable. They target conservatives. Yeah, we were just talking about that, and here it goes. She really is a robot. I know. It's like, I couldn't get. I know, Kate. I don't know. Susan Watson. I don't know what happened. I really have absolutely no idea. But YouTube was kicked off at the same time, so I don't really understand it. I don't, and I probably never will. So there you go. Unbelievable. You've received similar warnings, Monique. Wow, that's crazy. I've never had that happen on Periscope at all, and I've been telling them on Periscope they've been cutting me off, and here this is what happens. We used to be doubted, so we shove on. Yep, NSA works in mysterious ways. I think it is intentional. I do too, Kimmy. I really do. Might be trying to weed it out or weed it out. Yes, 420 is almost over, thank God. Tell them you are liberal, they will leave you alone. I know. I should put that in on all of my scopes. Welcome to the new Hillary Clinton campaign. We want her back, and then they'd give me 2 hours uninterrupted. I mean, I got to do so. It's their new algorithm as part of detecting fake news. That's just crazy, Nick. Somebody probably reported something, and that's what they did. You can still be liberally social and yet conservative, super lib. Yeah, I should put that all down. We love Hillary, Elizabeth Warren for president, whatever, and then they'll let me on. Unbelievable. It happens when you leave a window and they have apps that can detect activity. It's like a screensaver kicking in and asking if you're still there. They are owned by the Middle East, Periscope, Soros. Unreal. I don't know what we're going to do as conservatives. I really don't know. I don't know what platform we're going to be able to go to where we're going to actually have a voice. Yeah, I don't watch any liberal scopes either. I have no idea. I've never heard them complain about it, so I don't know. Some in Georgia's overwhelming. Oh, okay, that's horrible. Hey, Lorian. Yeah. Lorian, I was just saying that they not only kicked me off, but made me go through this whole series of pictures to ask me if I was a robot, and I had to prove I wasn't before they would let me back on. Unbelievable. So, today I finally got through one scope that was really good. We will have to use Wind Talker's code. I know. Today, finally I got through one whole scope without being kicked off, and now this. I've never had this. So somebody obviously doesn't want us to have a voice. I know. Thank you. Tell them I'm not a bot, It's funny, we got that thing reported, whatever it was, when we talked about conservative. That was reported, and the next thing we know, then, I get kicked off and have to prove that I'm not a robot. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. I'm not seeing other people when they go in their scopes. I'm not seeing them have that much, that many issues. So I don't know what that is. It's just unbelievable. So they're at it again. Whoever it is, they're at it again. What I was going to ask you, the reason I had brought everybody on in the first place, I wanted to ask, we went about a week where we were talking about Bannon and Kushner. And that's all we talked about. And the Periscope pundits were saying, Bannon, they're trying to get Bannon out. Kushner's taking over the world or something similar. And so what do you think now? Yeah, and then he got swept, Ellie Child. And not only that, but today when President Trump was meeting with the Prime Minister of Italy, Kushner and Bannon were sitting side by side. So, what do you, maybe a political deal only, for people just talking about politics. But what do you think about that? Do you think this whole thing about Bannon and Kushner was just made up? I mean, I know they were having some disagreements, I guess, because the president said they needed to work it out. But do we really know that happened either? Yeah. Yeah, and it seemed like every day we saw, hashtag tag save Bannon, Fire Kushner. Yeah, all that stuff. Allowed to trend #1 on Twitter. Wow. Yep. And thought it was the coyotes howling, knocking me off. Now that's funny, Lorianne. That's really funny. I know. I mean, you really don't need to know absolutely everything. Yeah, it's true. And yet, I heard rumors from other people saying, oh, Steve Bannon, he cleaned out his desk and all that other stuff, and he's he's gone and that type of thing. I mean, and there he was sitting there today, just like always. So I think a lot of us seen through those bogus social media stars pushing all this nonsense. I know. It's kind of crazy. Korea's at the top of your list. Yeah, North Korea. Can't believe the thing that the media says. Yeah. I think they're having some personality clashes, but not to the exaggerated extent everyone was talking about last week. I kind of felt that way too, Monique. Carmen says she hopes Trump doesn't get fooled, and maybe that was them working it out. Good cover. Wonder what's really going on, the real concerns. The conflict of interest to have Ivanka and Jared in there. Eh. Not if they're working, not in doing outside business. I mean, there really isn't a conflict. You can have your kids in office if they have there's nothing against it. And what would the conflict be? I mean, if as long as they're not working on their own personal stuff, they're really not a conflict. I know people don't like it that they're there because they're the kids of the president. Ivanka doing business in China. Bannon stuff was started by the left. Trumpers were tricked into the drama, and that's another thing. I mean, you really have to just be careful about being tricked into so many things. The fool won't be fooled again. Yeah, I mean, you really do have to just guard against believing everything, and so that's one thing that you have to just take your time, look at things. As like I said, watch and see what you see on your own. Don't just jump to the conclusion that everybody that says it is that has some type of inside information or sources that told them everything. So have to guard against trusting everything. Also, the left is driving story after story and nothing is sticking. I don't believe anyone. Yeah, I mean, you really have to do your own homework. It's really true. Yeah, I mean, we should have learned that by now, I guess. CNN sure seems happy tonight. Yeah, well, maybe Shepard Smith is coming over. In war, the truth is the first casualty. Yeah. I mean, and who knows what's going on? I mean, we're always with the Syria thing. We remember that people tried to hype that up. Oh my gosh, World War III, and I mean now with North Korea, it's every day. CNN gets happy, you get nervous. No, I don't think O'Reilly's really said anything. Paris attack seems timely for what? For the election that's coming up there. So yeah, a lot of stuff's going on. I don't know. Yeah, the Paris elections. That's what I thought he was talking about. Yes. Yeah, that was very sad. Yeah, the ladies on the View. Oh, that would be awesome if Shepard Smith left Fox, wouldn't it be? I know, Monique, but I was just kidding about that. I don't think he's ever. I don't think he's going to leave. Yeah, it's not really late. It's only 9 o'clock where I'm at. So I thought the election. I thought they were saying that it was. I don't know. I thought there was something like today in the election or later on today, but I don't know. That's what I thought I heard, but I have no idea. Yeah, they're going to keep Shep. Oh, 3 days. Okay, Sunday. Soon. I knew it was soon, but I thought there was something. Honestly, I thought there was something today that they were doing. So, and they said what? Finally, they said this is a terrorist connection, so they got that. And I heard. I don't know if this is true. Where one of the police officers was sitting in their car, and somebody came up beside them and shot and killed the one officer in his car, and then he left and went someplace else and injured another one, and that's why people thought there were two gunmen. The attacks helped Le Pen. Yeah, probably so. Give Shep a bone and send him on his way. I Shepard Smith, I'm telling you, just like with Dennis Michael Lynch, I said this the other day, and then Dennis Michael Lynch, I guess, said it tonight, that I think that Fox News is just going to become more and more left leaning over time. It may, I don't even know if it's going to start out slow. It may just go, really fast. But it's amazing too to me that Hannity is on so late. 11, at 10 o'clock, that's not a good spot for him. For anybody. That's really, that's not prime time. 8, 9 o'clock prime time, not 10. And you would think that, they would move him into a better place. Yeah, Hannity will probably go next. All these people, I'm telling you, we need to have a network going to get these people. Like Levin, Mark Levin had his own network, but I don't know how well that's doing. Again, conservatives don't spend money on things like that. If someone to start a new conservative network, yeah, hope so, Big Ralph. We need a new network. Yes, been moving in that direction since Ailes left. Yep. What's happening with OAN? Who knows? I don't know. OAN when they had when I went there, Rick Amato, when I was a guest on OAN, One American News Network. I thought he was great. People liked him. He'd been around for a while. People really liked him. And then next thing you know, well, they didn't lose Tommy. Tommy left. Tommy thought she was going to hit the big time, and she left. And so now she's, out at the blaze when her contract is up. It sounds like it's what I'm seeing in the news. Yeah. The attack overshadowed other events in France, like this one Daily Mail French election farce. Polling card blunder means 500,000 people could vote twice and could spell peril for Le Pen. Oh, gosh. Yeah, and I think I don't know the situation and what happened with her. Everybody was talking about, oh, it's because she came out and said that she was pro-choice and not pro-life, and that really wasn't. I don't think the gist of what happened. What really happened is she said she was pro-life and then got in front of the cameras on The View. Thank you. In front of the cameras on The View, and then said to The View, "Well, I'm pro-choice," and so it's switching her position depending upon who she's talking to. So if you're going to be one way over here, you need to be one way the same over here, not just be somebody different. And I think that's what got her in trouble. I used to listen to Michael Savage every now and then. The right has too many leaders. No one wants to. Yeah, the people on the right don't really like to work together very much. I guess Monique, maybe he does like it where he's at, and we're talking about Sean Hannity, but it just seems like a really horrible time slot for him to be on. So anyway, well, I'm going to let you guys go to bed because some of you people, it's after midnight. You need to get up. And I'm going to be back tomorrow at 11 o'clock Eastern. I thank you for coming on. What happened to my hair? Well, after a while, during the day, it just kind of drops. So the curl goes out, and then tomorrow, miraculously, the curl will be back. So anyway, you'll have to tune in and see just how curly it is tomorrow. Thank you, LA Child. The left is good at umbrellaing causes. Yes, you ought to know, Join. I think it still looks great after 12 hours. Oh, thank you so much. Good night, Big Ralph. Good to see you guys. Hopefully, I won't have to prove that I'm not a robot again, but the way it's going and the more that they keep coming after the conservatives, I think it's going to be more and more. Good night, everybody. Good to see you, and I'll talk to you tomorrow. Let me see if I can. I don't think I can stop Periscope. Now they don't want me to stop it at all. See you guys. All right, you guys over on YouTube. Thanks for coming in. Yes, and thank you for being here, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.